Not only did I just rewatch, but I also just watched Batman Begins for the first time. So let me re-review. Let me take y'all down a trip from memory lane, a little nostalgic, you feel what I'm saying? And let's talk about these movies. Simple. Starting first, obviously, with Batman Begins. This is my first time seeing Batman Begins. For the longest time, in my head, in my little brain, I was like, Batman Begins has nothing to do with The Dark Knight, right? So I just completely disassociated from The Dark Knight for years and years and years until I watched The Escape Pod. Shout out The Escape Pod. And they were like, they were mentioning Batman Begins, the first movie. I was like, whoa. It is a trilogy? And I know there's gonna be some people in the comments, you didn't know it was a trilogy? Yes, bro, I didn't know. I was a little kid and I wasn't that into Batman, bro, chill. But I'm glad that I went back and peeped this movie, man. This was a blast from the past. This was awesome. It was nice finally getting to see the Batman origin story. I didn't know any of that happened. I didn't know he was with Ra's al Ghul. I didn't know he was a part of the League of Shadows. I didn't know any of that shit. So seeing that was awesome. Cillian Murphy absolutely killed it as Scarecrow. Not gonna lie, Scarecrow was a tad bit goofy, but I was here for it. It kind of worked perfectly in my opinion. There were definitely some points in the movies that I thought was a little bit boring, that I thought was a little bit draggy. I fell asleep, I can't lie, but I was getting a bang inside. Sometimes shit like that gonna happen. But all in all, I mean, this movie was complete, it was cohesive, it knew what it wanted to do. It was a perfect origin story for Batman / Bruce Wayne. And I'm glad that I went back and watched it. I'm not gonna give it some crazy rating. I'm not gonna lie, to me it's like a 7.5, maybe an 8, but it's still pretty damn good. A major takeaway for me though, rewatching all three of these films, is The Dark Knight is so clearly above head and shoulders the other two movies is actually kind of criminal. Like, you watch Batman Begins, you're like, okay, this is good, but then you watch The Dark Knight, and it's just, what, like 2 hours of the most captivating shit you'll ever see in your life, and then you watch Rises, and it's like, oh, okay, this is decent. God damn, bro, sometimes you just get that perfect story for a movie, you get the perfect story, the perfect plot, the perfect characters, the perfect casting, and everything just goes hand to hand to make a banger, and this was The Dark Knight. The first of its kind, in my opinion. I know we also got Iron Man around this time, but I really think that The Dark Knight is what really set in stone superhero movies to be like that. You feel what I'm saying? This is what made people go, superhero movies need to be taken seriously. When you have someone acting their ass off, someone being so believable crazy that you're like, is this guy okay? Like Heath Ledger was with the Joker, like, come on, bro. This was a generational performance that is honestly probably not been topped yet. Will it ever be topped? I don't think so, man. I feel bad for all the people that have to play the Joker after him, because goddamn, that is a very tough task to follow. The same could honestly be said about Two-Face too. Watching his turn going from the most lovable guy in Gotham to one of Gotham's biggest SOBs was so warranted, was so justified, and it was awesome to see. It was so immersive. I'm still pissed. This nigga Batman took the fall for him at the end of the movie, but hey, the city needed a hero, and it unfortunately had to be this ugly ass nigga Harvey Dent. This movie will forever be goated to me though. This is 5 stars, 10 out of 10, creme de la creme, one of the best movies of all time. Go argue with your mama. Then we move over to The Dark Knight Rises, and I don't hate The Dark Knight Rises, but goddamn, there are some noticeable differences, some noticeable drop-offs from the last two movies. Like, in my opinion, this is easily the most cheesy script out of them all. There's so many one-liners, so many like of those comic book one-liners that we got in the early 2000 movies where they were setting up the one-liners, if you know what I'm saying. So many of them in this movie, especially for Catwoman. Holy shit. Catwoman felt so shoehorned, so forced, I'm not gonna lie. It didn't feel like the character was that natural. It felt like she was being extra sometimes. I'm keeping it a band. I didn't mind the 8-year time skip. I did kind of mind, especially when I was a kid. I really remember this. I remember being so bored of seeing Bruce in the prison. I was like, why did they go with this for the story? I'm sure some of y'all loved that aspect of it, but for me, I think that's a little bit of a snooze, I can't lie. It was cool seeing him get out of there and seeing him learn Bane's backstory just to find out that it's actually Talia al Ghul, which was hilarious, because I noticed, I was like, why is Bane a girl? I completely forgot about Talia al Ghul. Also, quick hot take, but I think Batman's raspy voice, where's the trigger? Where is it? I think that voice is just as annoying as Bane's voice that sounds like this. I think they're both ass. I hate both of them. I still think that this is a great, fantastic ending for the Batman character for that trilogy. I thought that was awesome. I will say though, having this cop pretty much be our secondary main character of the movie, just to learn out at the end that his name's John Blake, but you should go by your original name, Robin. Are you serious right now, bro? Why didn't they just make this a Batman-Robin team-up movie? I get what they were trying to do, get Robin set up, do a Robin origin story, and then the way it ends, Robin takes over the Batcave, so there's still someone protecting the city. I get it, it's cool. But nah, gang, that throwaway line at the end is one of the worst lines Christopher Nolan's probably ever written. That shit was dog shit. That took that down a point. Not gonna lie, this movie is like a 7. It's like a 6.5, 7. Hey, but that's my review on the Batman movies, man. Let me know if y'all agree, disagree, all that jazz in the comments down below. Cause you know we gotta talk about these bangers, man. Simple.